Hello, good morning, Shining Polaris, and this is Sunday morning. Last night on Saturday, we had two big pay-per-views, which I watched both of them at the same time, and I didn't go to sleep till like 3 in the morning. So I'm going to just talk about the main stuff that happened during there because they were aired at the same time. I basically missed half of like New Japan, and then for Triplemania, I don't watch AAA regularly, so I'm going to talk about the matches that most people care about. So for Triplemania, it was very hard to try to find a place to watch it, so I had to watch it via someone's stream on Twitch. So thank you to that guy. His name is the Cubs fan, so you already sold me with that name. Yeah, you could not watch Triplemania anywhere if you did not live if you didn't live in Mexico. So I will say about AAA, their camera work is not great. It was yeah, you'll see that a lot of times in the comments. I don't know, it was just all over the place. But I will say that not understanding the language and just watching, because I basically watched the whole entire Triplemania, it was extremely entertaining, and I love their outfits and gears because they put on a show for sure. Their first little match thing was like Marvel sponsored and themed, so you had like all the wrestlers come out in the Avengers like outfit, but obviously like lucha libre style, so I thought that was really cool. So yeah, so we're just gonna go with again the matches I believe most people cared about. So oh yeah, small match. So for their tag team title match, you had the Lucha Brothers, who are the champions, and they were faced off against the team of Black Taurus and Brian Cage, and another team of Laredo Kid and another wrestler, which I don't know his name. That was a very cool, high-flying, intense match. So for that one, Lucha Brothers retained their championship. What I really liked was that in the beginning you had a little kid that's dressed up like as Penta Azeroam, and I thought that was super cute. And then at the end, and after the Lucha Bros retained, they had their families come out. So I thought that was really cool. Yeah, so the first match I really was looking forward to. This was for the women's title, and I believe their title is called like Reinas de Reinas, I think. Sorry, I think that's their titles, but it was Diana Perazzo versus Fabi Apache, and this was title for title. So Diana put up her Impact Knockouts championship, and then Fabi put up her AAA championship. So yeah, this was. I know I always say this is a really good match. Diana looked great in the ring, of course. There was in the beginning, and I know I'm not the only one that said it. It looked like that Fabi looked kind of sad right in the beginning, because I think she knew she had, she was gonna lose her championship. So that was like, aw. But yeah, Diana came out in all red, white, and blue gear, and then at the end when she won, it was just a really cool sight to see. She oh yeah, also she won via assistance, a little bit of assistance from the ref. So you had the obvious heel ref. A lot of people did not know that, but I mean, I've watched a couple of AAA pay-per-views, and yes, they have refs that will help the bad guys. So that is not so if you watch AAA again, don't be surprised if that happens. So yeah, so she got some help from the ref, which is how she won the title. So at the end, you got Diana holding up both belts, and I'm just like, yes, new belt collector, and it's female, so that's very cool. And she did call out AEW in a promo for Impact, so hopefully we will see her in an AEW ring, and maybe possibly get get another belt added to her collection. Yeah, so then. And then the match that we were all here to watch was, of course, for the Mega Championship. This was Kenny Omega versus Andrade, and this was a little odd. Before the match, you had Conan, who was on Andrade's side. He goes to Andrade's locker room and like try to talk to him or whatever, but Andrade basically was like, "F you, get out of my corner." So then Conan goes to Kenny Omega's room and he's like, hey, like, I guess he said you want to, like, work together. I got some ideas. I don't know. I have no idea. But then Kenny gladly said, sure. And I'm just like, really? That is so random. Like, so in the ring, I really thought you at least, for a very big high profile match like this, I thought you would at least have Don Callis at his corner, or if anything, Michael Nakazawa, because he had him in the past. But no, Kenny Omega just had Conan in his corner. And I'm like, why would you trust that guy? Because he's clearly with like the inner circle and more so with Santana Ortiz, which I really predict Santana Ortiz is going to be the one to take the titles off the Bucks. So why are you working with this guy? So there was hands down when this match started, you're like, oh yeah, Kenny Omega is going to definitely lose his AAA championship. There's no way, because he just lost his Impact. So you're like, okay, he's going to lose the AAA to Andrade, and then that's going to start his descent into madness until he loses, the big one right here. So when the match started, you had, oh my God, this is probably like the biggest news on the IWC right now. So Kenny Omega comes out first with Conan in his corner, and then Andrade comes out, and who does he have in his corner? He has friggin' Ric Flair. Ric Flair comes out, and yeah, the internet just blew up, because was he not just released from WWE on his own accord like a week ago? It was just it's so recent, and to see him turn up on AAA was just really cool, because if he shows up there, big possibility, and it's already speculated that he's trying to be able to work on AEW. So to see him on AAA, that just really hints that he could be going to AEW very soon. So that was really cool. So during this match, there was a lot of close pinfalls, because for real, I really thought hands down that Andrade was going to win it. But at the end, there was a spot though that was really funny. You had Ric Flair and Andrade both chopping Kenny Omega. That was funny. And then Ric Flair, he's like in his 70s. Him and Andrade both attacked Kenny Omega and Conan, and they put them in an ankle lock. So that was very entertaining. It's just like, Ric Flair, slow down. And so at the end, with a lot of shenanigans and help with the ref, you have Conan distracting, and then the ref also helping Kenny Omega hit the one wing angel onto Andrade, and Kenny Omega surprisingly retains. That was a huge shock. So I guess that's why this is why this stuff is exciting, because you don't know what's going to happen. So so he retains, and he is still your champion. So there's a lot of people online that were not happy about this outcome, because it was like, wait, what's the point of him losing Impact titles if he was not going to lose the AAA title? But from what I hear, AAA, they do their own thing, so they're not in the same storyline as AEW and Impact and New Japan. So also there was, I'm kind of iffy. This may happen. I'm going to guess it is, but then it's like, what's the point of Christian winning? But for All Out, you may have Christian put up his Impact title on the line at All Out. So, and Kenny Omega is not going to lose, because he's going to lose this belt to Adam. So if that happens, then Kenny will get the Impact titles back, and then Christian would have just gone on Impact run for 2 weeks. So I'm very curious about that happen. So maybe, I was really sad when Kenny lost the Impact titles, like he won't be the belt collector anymore. But since he just retained the AAA, so I'm guessing that may mean that he's going to get the Impact again. And then hopefully down the line, which I will talk about in New Japan, that he may get one of the New Japan titles. So I don't know. We'll see. So that was your main event over there. It was not the main event, co-main event for AAA. So immediately after that, because there was a main event at AAA, but I didn't watch that because I had to watch the New Japan. So when I watched when I finally got on and watched New Japan Resurgence, they had a couple of big like tag team matches before, but those were just like, you know, like filler matches, I guess you could say. So when I got in, it was perfect timing because now we got to the big singles match. So so the first one you have was Moose versus Ishii. Just gonna say really close. I gotta talk about the other matches. Yeah, you got these two big hosses going going at it, and it was a very hard hitting, crazy match. Ishii won against Moose, and it was good, and like I said, it was believable because Moose is basically unstoppable, but Ishii is a very big guy, so that was not surprising that he won that. And I think it was like a callback to a match they had years ago, so that was cool to put that all together. Yeah, so the a match a lot of people wanted to watch. It was the tag team match between the Good Brothers versus Jon Moxley and his mystery partner. Just want to say that New Japan Resurgence, they had a lot of technical issues. So if it was buffering really bad, they lost signal a few times. It was just really ratchet at points. So the Good Brothers, they came out and they were doing their pose and everything in like complete darkness. And I don't know what happened to the lights. It was just like, what is going on? So Good Brothers come out. Jon Moxley comes out then, and then finally, who was his mystery partner? This whole time it was heavily hinted, right? It was Sami Callihan. No, it was not Sami Callihan. It was Nagata. So even though Nagata is a legend and a great wrestler, I can see online, and myself too, was like slightly disappointed, but whatever. I mean, they really should have had Callihan. Maybe he was like busy or something. I don't know. So with that, because if, in my opinion, if it was Sami that came out, there would have been a good chance that like the Good Brothers could lose that, but since Nagata came out instead, it was like, okay, I can see where this is gonna go. Good Brothers will win. So near the end, you had the Good Brothers. They go and they hit their Magic Killer on Jon Moxley outside of the ring onto a chair, so that completely knocked Jon Moxley out. So at the end, it was just Nagata versus the Good Brothers, and yeah, he could not stand a chance between both of them. So you had Carl Anderson hit his gun stun first onto Nagata, and then transition right into the Magic Killer. So the Good Brothers won. Right after that, the Good Brothers both tried to have a winning promo, and then more technical difficulties happened because as Carl Anderson was talking, the mic went off. At first, I thought maybe this was a work, but then, as you can see, the people keep trying to give him a mic, and none of that worked. So that really sucked. But as they were screaming at the crowd because there was no mic, who comes out from the back? You had Gorillas of Destiny, or God. They finally make their way to New Japan to face the Good Brothers face to face. So that was very, very cool. I popped super hard because you don't know how long I've been waiting for, especially God, to come and face off anyone on the Elite. So God came out and they got into the ring face to face with the Good Brothers, and they just had a couple words with each other. But then, surprisingly, Good Brothers, who's mostly known for just, throwing shots randomly, they actually just walked out of the ring. So yeah, that was, yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Obviously, they're going to save that moment for another day. If you guys didn't know, Carl Anderson and Tama Tonga has been arguing on Twitter for like a year now. So even though it could all be a work, some of their tweets are very serious. I wonder if they really hate each other. But yeah, so just very excited to see that. And this will eventually, hopefully down the line, maybe like, it doesn't have to be even a few months. It could be like a year down the line after you had this God versus Good Brothers feud. We're waiting for the dream match, God versus Young Bucks. So it's gonna eventually get to that. So that was exciting. All right. And then the co-main event we had was my other man, Jay White, versus David Finlay for the Never Open Weight Championship. So, actually, before I go with that match, I forgot to say this part here. there was a surprise guest that came on New Japan Pro Wrestling, and that was the return of Will Ospreay. He was injured really bad, like he almost got his neck broken or whatever, and he had to vacate his IWGP Heavyweight Championship. So he got on the stage to basically say a few things, that he is medically cleared and that he's going to be on New Japan Strong for a while, and that he will not be part of the G1 Climax. Will Ospreay promo here was just crazy. He was screaming like the whole entire time. It was just so intense. But the big thing that came out of this promo was that as he took his own belt of the IWGP belt, he was saying that he is the real champion because he just had to vacate it because he was hurt, but that he is ready to go at anybody can challenge him for this belt. And then he specifically said, especially those dweebs on AEW. So there is like your first big AEW name drop right there. So that's very interesting to see what will Ospreay do on New Japan Strong. Because New Japan Strong is like kind of their, I don't know, D show, I guess. But it's been getting so much better. I mean, especially now with crowds open. I can't wait to see what Will Ospreay will do. Okay, so you got that whole part down. So, co-main event, Jay White versus David Finlay. Very intense match, very long match too. Both of them basically just killing each other in the ring. But at the end, you had Jay White. He hits his Sister Abigail, and I will call it that. I actually said that online. He hits Sister Abigail onto David Finlay, and he pins Finlay and retains his never open weight championship. So afterwards, there's a part that Ishii actually came out to try to challenge Jay White again, but Jay White basically just said, F off, I don't want to see you. That part lasted like 1 minute. And then Jay White did his ending winning promo, whatever. And he basically saying again that he is the real belt collector. He has collected every single heavyweight championship at New Japan, and that he said, you don't know where Jay White is going to show up. He said it could be in New Japan, it could be in Impact, and he's like, could even be in AEW. And the best is when he dropped AEW, everybody was like cheering. So there you go, your second AEW name drop there from Jay White. And so now that his feud with Finlay is over, I believe, I am curious if he is finally going to concentrate and go after the Elite for good. So there you go. Then your main event is this is for my favorite belt right here, the IWGP USA Championship. This was Lance Archer versus Tanahashi, and yeah, this was a good match. And like, you already know that Tanahashi was going to win it because he's such a legend in New Japan, and that, he would be the first Japanese person to win the USA Championship. And the only thing I felt sad because Lance Archer, he didn't have, in my opinion, he didn't have the greatest run in AEW, even though he's put in tons of high profile matches, but he never win a championship. He always win the big matches. So his title reign was like 2 or 3 weeks with that is over. But yeah, regardless. So we're just going to go right to the end because again, the ending segments is the most important. So when Lance Archer lost, Lance Archer's supposed to be this monster or whatever, but he got on the mic and he just praised Tanahashi so good. So it was like, oh, like why is Lance such a classy man? So he just basically got on the mic saying like it's an honor to face him, and that he was so glad he's back on New Japan, and he was just talking about their great matches together back in the day, like almost 10 years ago. So then the end, Lance Archer was like, he said he was glad that Tanahashi came back onto New Japan in the United States, but then he's like, I want you to get on AEW stage soon. So again, people were cheering, woo! So that's your last major AEW name drop. yeah, but the last, again, being such a good guy, he's like, no, but have your moment, you take your time now. But eventually, he's like, I want to. He wants to face him again in AEW ring for that title. So that was very cool. So there you go. Those were all your. I'm trying to get this fast. It's already 20 minutes, and so you have all those huge name drops. I am curious which one is going to appear on AEW first, and will the first match be at All Out, which I'm hoping. So the speculation before was going to be possibly Jon Moxley versus Tanahashi at All Out. That would be cool because Jon Moxley does not have an opponent for that pay-per-view. Or, which that would be even better, Jon Moxley versus Will Ospreay. So we will see that. I don't think Jay White yet, because I think we're trying to build that on Impact. You know, him versus someone in the Elite. But yes, what a time to be a fan. I able to watch both these pay-per-views at the same time. Didn't go to sleep till 3 a.m. and here I am trying to make a video. So yeah, I'll go cut it right now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please follow me on Twitter at Shining Polaris. I am very involved in that. I'm almost at 5,000 followers. When I do, I'm going to do another amazing giveaway for you guys. Follow me at TikTok at Shining Polaris AEW, because I will be going to a lot of live events very soon. I post all my live clips on there. So thank you so much, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and have a happy Sunday. Bye.